We're going to devote our energies to sports and gardening, all the cultural pursuits as far as they're concerned. In fact, we're going to put the goons to sleep. Meanwhile, we dig.
Greetings and welcome to the Anadromist. This is Burn Power, coming to you just to give you another update on what I thought was good news is now strange news. I spoke too soon. I thought I could get a bank loan here, but you know, these kind of things happen where you just, and I hear it's just one hurdle after another. I climb over something, I get to the next point, and then there's a, hey, what about this moment? And the what about this moment is I just got back from the bank. I brought two friends of mine who spoke Georgian fluently with me, and they found out a very strange thing. I'm 66 years old. They do not lend any money to people who are over 70 years old, which means if I did get a loan, I would have to pay it all off by the time I'm 70. Which I could do if there wasn't 12% interest. In fact, I just figured it out. I could pay the loan off in 4 years if there was no interest, easily. I have 1/3 of the payment already. So there are two options that I can see at the moment. And maybe you can think of another, but these are the two. One, we are going to go to the owner, and one possibility here is, okay, here's 1/3 of the money, and without interest, I will pay you off in 4 or 5 years, depending on how much they want. I might, sweeten the pot a little, give them an extra $5,000 or something, which the bank would have taken anyway. And I would pay it off in twice the time. So, yeah, the bank, 12.5% interest or something ridiculous. Well, basically, I think the bank, and this isn't just this bank, this is a Georgian banking policy. So the getting a loan from the bank road is over. If only I had come here 10 years ago, oh, how much simpler it would have been. But, oh, how much cheaper the property prices would have been, too. But it would be nice to get in before they go skyrocketing here. So that's the first thing, is to go to the owner and try to make a deal through a notary, which is something you can do here, to promise to pay them off, in monthly installments or whatever, in, a certain amount of time. The second possibility, which isn't so good for me, but, it'll work, is that I look for a better place to rent, because this place, I just feel, if you were to see the condition of the electricity in, say, the bathroom or the third room, which I'm not in much anymore, you would say, oh, and why doesn't that get paid? Because the landlord said, we'll do it when you leave. So it means I have to leave before I get the electricity fixed, which means they probably won't fix it much. But I would like to move into a place that's a little bit bigger, and I would probably end up paying more per month rent, but, it's going to be more per month for housing payment anyway. That's the second option, which means then there's the whole question of getting my stuff here, which, if I'm not in a permanent place, things to think about, and I am thinking about them. Anyway, I spoke too soon. The good news got conditional real quick. It won't be truly good news until something is resolved. And so my Georgian friend is calling these Georgian people today. We will probably go see them on Monday. And hey, if you're the kind of person who prays, do say a prayer for me. I would appreciate it. But this is where I am. I chose this. It seemed like the thing I should be doing to come to Georgia. I have very good friends here. Life is good here. And I suppose if I had made more money in my lifetime, being the low rent individual I am, and having a lot of other things on my mind besides a career, I could have paid this off like that in one shot. I'm sure many of you have nice size, bank accounts. I, not so much. And, and the benefit you get from that is all the time I've spent learning stuff to share with you. So, hey, it's a trade-off. I remember talking to man, when I first got to Alaska, he had several children. He says, I don't know how you know all the stuff you know. To which I said, I don't have kids. Not that having kids stops you, but I think for many people, they tend to say, okay, education, further education on my part, throw that out under the bus for a while. But I kept doing that also, collecting this library, kind of, what can I say? I am who I am. You are who you are, and I'm not sad about that. Something will work out. Do you see me shedding tears or worrying? No. You just have to go on. Worry accomplishes nothing. Good concern does. Having intelligence about what you do. As Jesus said, to be wise as serpents and gentle as doves. And there's the phone call. And maybe I'm getting news. Hello? Okay. Well, I just got news. My friend said he sounds like he wants the full amount, $40,000, by the end of the month. Now, well, I have a whole month on this reserve contract, contract to reserve the apartment. And it sounds like he wants the whole thing, and I'm certainly not going to have the money by that time. So we are going to go talk to him on Monday. Maybe there's something that can be worked out. I don't know. I'm not particularly hopeful at this point. My friend said, he sounded pretty cut and dry about the contract we made. And also, if I don't pay him, I lose the $1,000 that I put as a reserve on the contract. That's just part of Georgian law. If he broke the contract, he would have to pay me $2,000. But it looks like I will break the contract at this rate. So, but, who knows? Maybe we can talk him into some sort of version of my plan to pay him directly. We'll see. So, there you go. News, hot off the wire. And, I don't let these things get me down. For a moment they come, they kind of hit you, and I'm sure as soon as I'm done recording this, I'm going to say, well, now what? But, I'm in a good place right now. I'm not being asked to leave or anything, so we'll see. Like I said, I do think I need to find another place to rent if it comes down to it. But life goes on, and I will certainly go on. So thanks all of you out there who are paying attention to this strange saga. I remain open to anything at this point, and that is to say, if someone were to say, come here and do this, and they had a good enough reason, and things will look like they would work out, I might consider that. That isn't to say I'm planning to leave. I'm just simply saying at this moment in my life, it's one of those moments where you feel like things could be slightly fluid, so let's see where they go. And that's how I live. And also in prayer. And I feel God is behind me in this, so I'm just waiting to see what's next. Thanks for hanging out with me, and sorry that the good news turned around all of a sudden, but, bureaucracy is like that, and there's no predicting. You never have something until you have it. You don't have it till you have it, and even then, other things can come along and wipe it out. So, thanks for hanging out. This is Bern, Tbilisi, the Anadromist, swim against the stream, etc. We'll meet again, and I'll let you know what happens in a week or so.
A people without history is not redeemed from time. For history is a pattern of timeless moments.